Hello everybody and welcome to Pit Lane Start's preview of the 2021 Turkish Grand Prix. We arrive in Istanbul with the tightest title fight after 15 races since Fernando Alonso and Michael Schumacher were separated by the same 2 points that Hamilton and Verstappen are separated by in 2006. Fernando Alonso went on to win for Renault. It will be the last time we will visit Istanbul Park for the foreseeable future, as it is not on the 2022 proposed calendar, and there are no talks in the works to make the Turkish Grand Prix a more permanent fixture on the Formula One calendar. Lewis Hamilton was the fastest in FP1 this morning with a 1 minute 24.178, and he was also fastest in FP2 with a 1 minute 23.804. Moving on to the news of the week, Lewis Hamilton will take a 10-place grid drop this Sunday for exceeding his limit of internal combustion engine by taking a new one for the Turkish Grand Prix. Fernando Alonso made waves in his Thursday press conference. When asked about his overtaking off-track at Sochi 2 weeks ago, he said that Formula One has different rules for different people, claiming that it has happened to him in the past and the drivers that overtook him face no consequences, so why should he let them do that to him when he has a chance to do it himself? He also claimed that British drivers tend to get more leeway from the stewards in the FIA, in reference to Lando Norris, Lewis Hamilton, and George Russell. I do not think that any one nation gets more leeway from the FIA than others. I do believe that the FIA is more cognizant of the storylines or narrative when making their stewarding decisions. One example that comes to mind is George Russell at the Shakir Grand Prix in 2020, where he got Bottas's tires at a pit stop instead of his own. And even though he came back in, I definitely think that the decision to only give Mercedes a fine as opposed to a time penalty or a non-track penalty was definitely guided by the fact that those would have been Russell's first points, and there was one of the major storylines of 2020 was that George Russell was getting so close to the points, and he was pushing that Williams to the limit and getting so close, and then he's finally in the Mercedes, and even then he has to struggle to get anything, even though of no fault of his own. I do think the FAA was conscious of that storyline and decided to just give Mercedes the fine and not a non-track penalty. And then there was also Norris at Sochi 2 weeks ago, where he did, abandon his pit entry way too late. Now, you could argue that it is a difficult pit entry, and it was wet at the time, and he was on slicks. But no, that could have been a very dangerous accident if things were different. Red Bull will be running a special one-off livery this weekend in honor of its relationship with Honda that is ending at the end of the season, and Red Bull will be taking over Honda's Formula One program. The livery takes inspiration from Honda's first works team, which made its debut in 1964. I think it looks great, along with the one that McLaren ran at Monaco with Gulf Oil's partnership. I do believe that more teams should do one-off liveries. Maybe a handful of teams, or every team could do a special one each year. And I'm more than certain that the merchandise sales from that livery, or inspired by that livery, will more than make up the expense. Moving on to the history of Istanbul and the Turkish Grand Prix. The 13-turn, 5.338-kilometer circuit first opened in August of 2005, where Kimi Räikkönen won for McLaren. The most prominent feature of the circuit is the triple apex turn 8, which has been tried to be replicated at many other of Hermann Turkel's course designs after Istanbul Park. The last time we were in Turkey last year, Lewis Hamilton clinched his record-tying 7th driver's title with a win in the rain. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy qualifying in the race over the weekend, and we will talk all about it after the race.